Okay, this is why we never played this game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, alright, time to go. What? Ooh, new content. That's new. That's really new. I want to see what's that.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay, what is that? I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Alright, here we are. So, and we're going to run this. Oh!
You see,
that scared
Stanley,
me.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, and the people doing no. Yeah.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or... Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, we'll go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
you doing? Alright. That's it. I'm out of here. Ooh. Collectibles. And no, don't do the infinite floor. Collectibles. Okay. Oh, come on. Out of order. Ugh. Alright.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Meh.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Where to find it?
Please adjust the slider until the computer hears. So, like, I remember seeing this in the beginning, and I didn't actually adjust it when I first started playing.
So the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that wonderful?
I
Here it is.
no, just to let.
And I believe for the moment, you'll understand. I'll be there.
Toodle. There's no achievement. We need a. So try it. Well, I have tried them, right? Oh, wait, exit. There we go. Yeah. And an ending? Living in a hole for the rest of our. Okay.
Whether or not it coheres in
Sure.
meaning.
And an ending? Living in a hole for the rest of our. There's no achievement. We need a. So try it. Well, I have tried them, right? Oh, wait, exit. living in a hole for the rest of our. There's no achievement. I mean, we need it. So did I? I'm trying that, right? Ooh, wait, exit. There we go.
Where is the exit? I should start right there. Where'd I get it there? Oh, where'd we go?
Yeah, that's what I'm. This is what. I think so. Oh, there's more. Exit. There's no achievement. I mean, we need it. Did I? What? I'm trying that, right? Eight, six.
Oh. Yeah. Here it is. Didn't even notice. Huh.
All right,
Sample
have
the
you seen
food.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Mhm. Collect things with that. Crazy.
So, Stanley, what do you think?
Yee.
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.